Arsenal won, Manchester United won, but United win 5-3 on penalties. I'll start from an Arsenal perspective. Complete disaster class from Kai Havertz. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. He was completely anonymous in that first half. Wasted every single opportunity he had. Had wayward passes to nowhere, and the nail in the proverbial coffin was the penalty save that ultimately knocked out Arsenal. Apparently Chelsea fans warned Arsenal fans, but what is glaring is that Havertz is a shadow of the player he was at Leverkusen. I'm sure that's not breaking news to anyone. He has moments, and there's no denying he's shown what he can do, but for Arsenal, is he the player that can take them up that next level? I personally don't think so. This is who Kai Havertz is. Part decent and also part mediocre. And tonight, the misses were just painful if you're an Arsenal fan. Also, the penalty call, that was never a penalty in a million years. And I can understand Maguire's frustration. But the great Rashid Wallace said, no excuses for Arsenal. They were up a man for more than an hour of regular time and extra time and failed to score. Maybe Arteta will blame the ball again. But in all seriousness, if Arsenal win the league or Champions League, this loss will be a forgotten memory. But until then, this loss will hurt and puts that bit more pressure on Arteta. From a United perspective, simply superb. Defending is as much of an art as attacking is, and that performance was so similar to how Jose Mourinho sets up his team, and Amorim has simply copied and pasted it to suit this United team. Some people may call it negative, but I call it pragmatic, because United defensively have been a complete mess, and for Amorim to essentially change his whole philosophy, at least for right now, and drill his players to do their defensive duties and then unleash them on the counterattack, really has to be applauded. And it wasn't a surprise to me that that's how United scored. Gabriel fails to clear, Garnacho attacks and plays it to Bruno, whose finish was ridiculously good. Unstoppable finish by Bruno. It always looks better when the goalkeeper doesn't move. Just so much power and accuracy, and United go 1-0 up. Dallow's red card will be forgiven for now by United fans, but it was just, how can you put it? It was a stupid foul. Your team is winning. It's not a dangerous part of the pitch, and you're lunging in for a tackle, and not to mention he's on a yellow card. Crazy tackle, an easy decision for the ref to send him off. De Ligt, Maguire and Ugarte were superb defensively. My man of the match, believe it or not, Harry Maguire. His redemption arc is in full effect, because he had just a beast of a performance. This is a guy who was demoted as captain, consistently had one of the worst performances of a United defender ever. Even the parliament in Ghana made fun of his poor defending. But despite all that, Maguire under Amorim has slowly turned into one of the more reliable players on the squad. And you can see it. Just a no-nonsense defender. Clears it when necessary, and his decision making so far, and I emphasize so far, has been night and day. Two ridiculous blocks by De Ligt also. The first one on Rice, and then the one to deny Trossard the tap-in. This is the time of the year when we talk about teams getting new players, but it's always a bonus when current players elevate their performances. Some of these United players are playing for their careers, and it really shows. And finally, the man of the moment, United keeper Bayender, who up until that penalty save was having a shocking performance. But football has a way of turning villains into heroes. It's worth mentioning each save. Great save to deny Odegaard the penalty, tipped Declan Rice header over the bar and even saved the Rice shot. Then he was the hero in the penalty shootout as well, making a world-class save to deny Kai Havertz. Crazy how one moment can completely change the confidence of a player. And the contrast in fortunes between Havertz and Bayern was just, fascinating to watch as a neutral. Arsenal fall, United stand. Like and subscribe for more post-match reactions.